25. Limited research indicates that therapeutic intervention before the onset of mental disorders can mitigate factors identified as major contributors to them.
All right, so what does that sentence mean?
So before the onset of mental disorders can mitigate factors. So essentially that therapeutic intervention can lessen mental disorders' main contributors. So essentially,
okay, so there's a little bit of research, right, that's saying that therapeutic intervention can help get rid of some of these major contributors that form mental disorders.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So like maybe like if someone is this is really deep. I shouldn't say it. Like if someone is abused as a child, that is definitely a major contributor potentially to a mental disorder, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think what they're saying here is like therapeutic intervention can help like mitigate that being abused, like can help with that to hopefully deter against mental disorders.
Okay. Okay, that makes more sense.
All right, so let's go on to sentence number 2.
But a much more comprehensive research program is needed to verify these results and allow for a design of specific healthcare measures. So essentially,
yep.
So what this is saying is that we need more thorough research to see the benefit. Well, not to see the benefits, but we need more thorough research to verify the benefits and also how to design a protocol for it.
Yeah, like well, yes, excellent.
Then, thus, in order to explore potential means of effectively, I'm gonna start that again. Thus, in order to explore potential means of cost effectively helping people prone to mental disorders, we should increase funding for intervention research. So the conclusion here is that we should increase funding for intervention research.
Yep, I'm going to just highlight all of this, but yeah, we should increase funding. Okay, so on strengthen questions, we get to bring in new information. So these are what we call bottom-up questions.
Okay.
And so we get to bring in new information. And I want you to predict something that, if it were true, would help strengthen the idea that we should increase funding for intervention research. Like, why should we do that? And do we care? What do we have to care about?
Oh, how good the results are of the therapeutic intervention. Would it be?
Well, we have to care about the results, but we have to care about like, why do we even want these results?
To find out
I'm going to give it's a really simple one. Like maybe mitigating factors that can contribute to mental disorder is a top priority for our national health department. Like,
oh, okay.
If that were true, like that mental health matters, then that helps strengthens this, right? What if like, yeah, like why? Because a big thing is whenever we start talking about money, isn't one thing that people say is like, well, why? Like, yeah, that's important, but all these other things are important too. Like, so what? This is a great priority, or we should do this. Like, why? Like, I don't. Something like that can definitely.
Okay. So we're putting something completely away from the stimulus.
We're really drawing into the stimulus premise. It's kind of like a sufficient assumption, right? We're really drawing into that premise and connecting it to the conclusion of like, so clearly what we're trying to do here matters.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense.
So go ahead and start with A and tell me if you like it, leave it, or hate it.
Most minor mental disorders are more expensive to treat than other minor health problems. I don't like this because it's saying most minor.
Yeah, most minor are more expensive, like than other minor, and like just because these are more expensive than other health problems, like once again, like we don't know which one's more important.
Yeah, so I don't like A. Then prevention research can be coordinated by drawing together. I already don't like this one.
Yeah, just because it could happen doesn't mean we should, right? That's like we could also like, put a team together to go to Mars tomorrow, but that doesn't mean we should spend $1 million on it.
Yeah. Then reducing known risk factors for mental disorder is relatively inexpensive compared to long-term treatment required. So I like C because it's showing that you're going to save money in the long run.
Yeah, I like that. It shows us like we should invest now versus spending this long term. Yep.
And D, currently funding for intervention research is now higher than it has ever been before. I feel like that doesn't make it rock solid. Um, but I
Well,
could
yeah, and
see,
just because it's higher, like than it has ever been before, does that mean that we should increase the funding if it's higher than like just like I feel like this could go either way.
yeah, because you
We
can use
couldn't
it as,
increase it because it's way too high, or it could be like, yeah, we care about this, so we should keep investing.
yeah, okay. Then E, once a mental disorder disappears, there's a fair chance that it will reoccur. I given that complete cures are rare. I feel like this kind of weakens it, so I don't like either.
Do we have anything that like once mental disorders disappear, once a mental order disorder disappears? I don't think we talk about.
No, because we're going to talk about mitigating the factors of it.
Yeah, we don't talk about like, oh, once it disappears, it's gone forever. And just because it's gone forever, once again, unfortunately, like on the LSAT, we don't get to assume that we have feelings. And it's like, well, maybe we don't want mental disorders to disappear. We want
Yeah.
people to suffer, or but like not really, but we don't get to just assume that nobody wants them.
Mhm.